比べられたことがそんなに不満か。エクスカリバー
Anime has a knack for making lasting impressions. I mean, someone just shows up and steals the entire anime series. Maybe it's the hero making an entrance so epic it leaves you breathless. Maybe it's the villain walking in like they own the world, radiating pure menace. Today we're presenting some of the most legendary character introductions in anime history. Let's start with Sakamoto, the man, the myth, the legend. What makes this intro so good? Well, first of all, it completely sets up Sakamoto as this ultimate cool guy who's got it all figured out. No matter the situation, he's always in control. The fact that he took out a bunch of hitmen like it was just another day for him makes him seem like an untouchable force of nature, and in the world of the show, that is exactly what he is. This intro is a perfect example of how to make a character unforgettable in just a few moments.
彼は全ての悪党から恐れられ、全ての殺し屋の憧れだった。結婚、出産、そして坂本は太った。
何これ。これは明らかに第三者の仕業に違いない。一体どういう目的があってこんな面白半分の惨状を演出したのかはさっぱりわからないけど。おっと、早とちりしないでおくれ。僕が来た時にはもうこうなっていたんだよ。だから僕は悪くない。
Moving on, we have Gumagawa from Medaka Box, the user of an insane ability named All Fiction. His introduction literally sends chills down your spine. This dude is bad news, I must say. I mean, he did finish off a bunch of people in the most brutal way possible. Trust me, you wouldn't want to cross paths with this guy once you see what he can do. Gumagawa is self-aware to the point that it's absolutely insane, and his intro makes it very clear that Gumagawa isn't someone to be messed with. This dude is always 2 steps ahead of everyone. It's creepy, it's dark, it's absolutely absurd, making it clear from the start that he's not your average antagonist.
私はゼロ。
何者でしょう、この人物は。
私たちを全力で見逃せ。そっちの男もだ。
Now, let's talk about an intro that grabs your attention and doesn't let go. First of all, the guy literally drops in from above like some kind of dark knight in a mask, and from that moment, you just know he's going to be a game changer. Sure, everyone knows it's Lelouch under the mask, but at that moment, you don't care. It's all about the persona he's created. The dramatic entrance, the quiet confidence, and the impact he makes in that short time are what makes Zero's intro so iconic. In just a few moments, Lelouch, as Zero, demonstrates a level of brilliance and strategy that's enough to convince everyone around him that this is the real deal. His tactics, his cool-headedness in the face of chaos, and his commanding presence make this intro unforgettable.
とりあえずよろしく先生。
こちらこそ楽しい一年にしていきましょ
う。へえ、本当に速いし本当に効くんだこのナイフ。あれ、先生ひょっとしてちょろい人
Okay, this intro seemed wholesome at first, but man was I wrong. You can never trust a guy with red hair. Wholesome? Nah, he's definitely hiding something. Kamo-kun genuinely gives me the creeps. He's got the personality of a serial killer and the cleverness of an FBI agent all rolled into one. And let's not forget, he's one of the few who can actually land a hit on Goro-sensei, which is a big deal considering that Goro-sensei is literally impossible to touch. Kama's the only one in the entire class who manages to hurt him, and that's a moment that makes you go, alright, this kid's got something special. What makes Kama's intro so memorable is how effortlessly he flips the usual new student trope on its head. He's not just there to blend in or follow the rules, he's there to make an impact, and boy does he ever. His confidence, his cleverness, and his ability to challenge Goro-sensei head-on put him in a league of his own from the get-go. And let's be real, anyone who can make the unkillable Goro-sensei flinch has earned their spot as one of the series' most iconic characters. Ever stumbled upon a scene that leaves you with goosebumps all over your body? Luo Lang's intro in Sword of the Stranger is the kind of intro you never knew you needed. I like how Luo Lang is such an efficient killer. He clearly enjoys fighting, carving men open like a butcher moments before finishing them off. It's like he's toying with his prey for only a moment before killing them quickly to move on to the next dead man. Luo Lang is truly a beast. Every scene with him fighting shows you how feral and ferocious he is, combined with a skill that few can rival. Everything in this scene is absolutely fantastic, especially with the credits placed right in the middle of such an intense fight. But honestly, it's the sound that really takes it to the next level. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a like and remember to subscribe to this channel. I've got a lot more content coming up just for you and you definitely don't want to miss out, right? So hit that notification bell and let's get going.
さつき様、生徒会長桐生さつき様に
恐怖こそ自由、君臨こそ解放、矛盾こそ真理、それがこの世界の真実だ。服を着た豚ども、その真実に屈服せよ。
Let's move on to Satsuki Kiryuin's intro and her epic speech in the wonderful and flashy world of Kill La Kill. Now, she's the type of person who sees you as unworthy of even being crushed under her feet. The moment she walks into the scene, you know she's a big deal. It's not just her fierce presence, her killer outfit, or the sheer confidence radiating from her, it's that epic, no-nonsense attitude. The confidence, the superiority, the conviction, all of it is there. It's that speech that truly cements her as an unforgettable character. It's so perfectly timed, so packed with the right amount of intensity that you just can't help but be in awe of her. And honestly, by the time she's done, you're either a believer in her cause or you know you're completely beneath her. I gotta say, my place at Honoji is under her heels.
そういや自己紹介がまだだったね。
最強に飽き足らず、あらゆるベクトルを操る学園都市の第一位。
アクセラレーターだ。よろしく。
Next up, we have that epic moment when Accelerator introduced himself to Misaka. I mean, this dude always shows up everywhere like he owns the place. Whenever this guy shows up, he wears his signature cocky smugness, which speaks volumes. He doesn't even need to open his mouth. We just somehow know that this guy is nothing but bad news. Have you ever seen a walking, talking disaster? Well, yeah, Accelerator is that guy. I honestly find the way he walks pretty creepy. It's a slow, controlled, and measured kind of stalking, like he's trying to demonstrate that no matter how far or fast you can run, and no matter how slow he is in comparison, you're never going to escape him. It succeeds in delivering the message that he's a predator, completely in control of the situation through nothing but simple body language, and it makes up a lot of his dangerous aura. His introduction to Misaka was a seriously powerful moment. It was really hard to watch Misaka look so hopeless and powerless in front of him.
磁力で砂鉄を操ってんのか。面白い使い方だ。 まあ種が割れたらどうってことねえがね。
Mirio Togata's intro in My Hero Academia? Now that's a fun one. This dude straight up overpowers Class 1A as soon as he shows up. Everyone's gangster until Mirio's clothes fall off. I mean, this dude is practically invincible because nobody can touch him. It's his ability. We see him making his intro in front of Class 1A and making everything look so easy, like he's moving around in his playground. And this is all while everyone else is struggling to even land a single hit. But wait, it's not only his quirk that makes his intro stand out, it's his infectious personality. His presence is full of pure positivity, hope, and determination. The guy oozes confidence, but it's the kind of confidence that inspires everyone around him. Even in a battle where the odds are against him, Mirio doesn't give up. He's not the kind of guy who will let a challenge stop him. His upbeat personality and sheer willpower are what make this intro so unforgettable.
ただ強い人が雄英のトップにいるんじゃない。努力でトップを掴んだ人なんだ。東方ミリオ先輩。
いえ、なんていうか、ですね。その財布は私が彼にあげたものですよ、おまわりさん。
Joseph Joestar's intro in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Battle Tendency is one of those moments that just screams legendary. Joseph is casually strolling through the streets of New York when he sees a kid named Smokey being harassed by a bunch of police officers. What does Joseph do? He doesn't hesitate for a second. He jumps right in and saves Smokey without even breaking a sweat. And here's what's interesting. Smokey's the one who stole Joseph's wallet earlier. Yet Joseph, being the charismatic and bold guy he is, doesn't hold a grudge. Instead, he just steps in, outsmarts the cops, and flips the situation completely in his favor. Talk about a power move. What makes this intro so good is the way Joseph immediately establishes his personality. He's bold, witty, and has this carefree, almost cocky demeanor that makes him stand out as a protagonist.
どんなマジックを使ったのか。ぶっ飛んだ線は圧倒的パワーでポリコーの指を完全にへし折り、肉を弾き飛ばした。
エクスカリバー
Saber's intro in Fate Strange Fake. Oh man, it's nothing short of iconic. Richard makes his debut in Fate Strange Fake, leaving us all absolutely smitten with him. From the moment Richard walks in, it's clear that he's dripping with charisma and power. His battle with No Name Assassin shows off not only Richard's insane power, but also just how much of a beast he really is. And his Excalibur, boy oh boy, what a sight. The entire atmosphere slows down and we can feel the power his Excalibur holds. No Name Assassin doesn't even get the chance to respond before, and then boom, game over. The fact that Richard, with all his kingly confidence, doesn't need to break a sweat makes it even more impressive. The intro sticks with you because of how cool Richard is. The whole scene radiates authority, power, and confidence. When you see him take out a powerful opponent, it's clear that this dude is gonna be the guy of the series.
消えた。
You all know how much anime is a part of my life, right? And let's be real, nothing beats showing that love by collecting some awesome merch. I was just scrolling, thinking about which figurine to add to my collection next, and boom, today's sponsor came through like fate. Let me tell you about the anime merch. These guys are a treasure trove for anime fans. They've got everything from detailed figurines to gorgeous LED lamps and light boxes that'll make your setup shine. I couldn't resist grabbing a Luffy figurine for myself. He looks so good with the rest of my collection. They have it all if you're into Naruto, Bleach, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, or Chainsaw Man. And guess what? Even the latest anime like Dandadan and Solo Leveling. And here's the best part, they've hooked us up with a special deal. Use my code VINI at checkout and you'll get 10% off your first order. How cool is that? So what are you waiting for? Go check out theanimemerch.com right now. Next up, we have one of the most epic moments in Dragon Ball Z, future Trunks zipping into the present. Now, we all knew at the time how insanely powerful Frieza was because Goku had to use every single drop of his power to defeat him. So, seeing Frieza go back in action was a terrifying thought. But when Trunks made his intro, he made Frieza look like nothing. After taking down Frieza's henchmen with ease, Trunks powers up into a Super Saiyan, sending Frieza into a panic. With a calm and collected demeanor, Trunks effortlessly dodges Frieza's attacks before cutting him to pieces and even punching a hole right through King Cold. His debut was a total fan favorite moment, delivering that sweet satisfaction of seeing a seemingly unbeatable foe cut down with such casual ease. This moment left fans in awe and solidified Trunks as an iconic character in the Dragon Ball Z universe.
孫悟空は宇宙で始末すればいい。
炎の呼吸二の型上り炎天
As we near the end, Akaza, the donut maker, has entered the chat. I mean, yes, we can discuss Muzan or Yorichi, but I want to focus on this guy here. This is the guy we all love to hate. This was genuinely one of the best entrances I have ever seen for a villain. True definition of boss music. Honestly, his theme slaps hard, and you know the character is going to be a real badass when the music starts slapping. Anyway, Akaza's entry into the scene is extremely chilling. This dude had bad news written all over his face. Akaza isn't just a powerful demon, he's a whole different level of terrifying. His fighting style is brutal and fast, and he's fully in control. He doesn't even seem to break a sweat while dealing with the demon slayers, throwing down moves that leave you thinking, oh, this guy's on another plane entirely. What makes Akaza's intro so amazing is how he completely shifts the atmosphere. From the moment he appears, you get this overwhelming sense of danger and power. Truly terrifying.
まったく何度言えばわかるのだお前たちは。私の前で争うな。私は争いを好まんぞ。
Next up on our list is Yuha from Bleach. Bleach has introduced some serious heavyweights over the years, but none quite like Yuha. His debut is nothing short of legendary. Yuha makes his entrance seated on the throne, his subordinates gathered before him. While the two of them argue, Yuha, showing he's not here for any nonsense, calmly cuts off one of their arms without even moving a muscle. Yeah, you heard that right. He doesn't lift a finger, and yet his spiritual pressure alone is powerful enough to sever a limb. That's how strong this guy is. His introduction is the perfect setup for the chaos to come, signaling the start of Bleach's final arc.
国の命さえさらう。
誠のヤタガラスの羽からは何者も逃れられはしない。
Utsuro's entrance in Gintama? Absolute chills. You know it's going to be wild when a masked character shows up, but Utsuro took it to another level. Then Gintoki shows up, ready to rumble, and things get even crazier. The real kicker, Gintoki smashes Utsuro's mask and finds out he's been fighting his old teacher. Cue the emotional gut punch. Gintoki's reaction is heartbreaking, but his team rallies to push Utsuro back. Oh, and did I mention the guy has insane healing powers? Yeah, you can't just knock him down and call it a day. With his calm, menacing vibe and crazy skills, Utsuro's debut isn't just memorable, it's legendary. This dude didn't just show up, he shook the Gintama universe.
君は私の剣を知っているな。君の剣は私には届かない。
何なんだこいつは。
When Goto shows up in Parasite, you know things are about to go south fast. His debut isn't subtle. The man takes out over 20 Yakuza members like it's just another Tuesday, and he doesn't even break a sweat. At first, he seems like your typical buff dude in a tank top, but no, he's a walking nightmare. His intro screams, "I'm the boss now," and it's terrifying in the best way. Goto's calm yet overpowering presence combined with that brutal display of strength makes him unforgettable.
Neat. しかしあなた方愚かでかつ運がない。わざわざ死ぬためにこんな偏僻な酒場にやってくるのだからそれが傲慢の罪。
Picture this. The commandments roll into Escanor's bar, and he's just this skinny, timid dude who looks like he couldn't hurt a fly. Garland, one of the commandments, smacks him around like it's nothing. But then, the sun rises. Suddenly, Escanor transforms into this hulking powerhouse, lifts an axe Garland couldn't even budge, and slices him in half like it's no big deal. The commandments, who were the scariest villains up until now, are left shaking in their boots. Escanor's confidence and sheer strength are off the charts, and his dramatic transformation makes the whole scene unforgettable. If you haven't seen it yet, trust me, you're missing out on one of the coolest anime moments ever.
Hmm. 残念。せっかく少し本気を見せてあげようと思ったのに。
どうした？何とか言ってみろ。
この中継は全世界同時中継と銘打ったが、実は日本の関東地区にしか放送されていない。しかしそんなことはお前を捕まえればわかることだ。ではまた会おう、キラ。
Light Yagami is out here living his best criminal mastermind life, thinking he's untouchable, when suddenly, bam, L enters the chat. What makes his intro so epic is that he doesn't even show up in person. Using just his voice, L manipulates Light into revealing crucial info about Gira, including his location. And when L casually announces, "I will catch you," you can feel the entire series shift gears. Suddenly, Light has met his match, and the tension skyrockets. L's quirky genius and calm confidence immediately make him a fan favorite. His debut doesn't just introduce a character, it kicks off one of the best cat and mouse chases in anime history.
エル、キラ、必ずお前を探し出して始末する。僕が、
私が
正義だ。
Meruem's debut in Hunter x Hunter is next level disturbing. Imagine this, the king of the Chimera Ants is literally born by tearing his way out of his mother, leaving her to die. It's gruesome, right? And he doesn't stop there. He immediately starts killing and eating humans because, well, that's just how he rolls, isn't it? From the moment he appears, it's crystal clear. Meruem isn't just powerful, he's terrifying. The guy's on a completely different level, even compared to someone like Netero. His entrance doesn't just raise the stakes, it flips the entire series on its head. And the way he carries himself, cold, calculated, and utterly dominant. Meruem's debut isn't just memorable, it's a turning point that sets the tone for one of the most intense arcs in the series. Kenny Ackerman didn't just walk into Attack on Titan, he blasted in like a boss. The Ackermans already have a rep for being ridiculously strong, thanks Levi and Mikasa, but Kenny, he takes it up a notch. His intro is pure chaos. He ambushes Levi with his squad, forcing humanity's strongest soldier into a full-on defensive scramble. And let's be real, seeing Levi struggle, I mean that's rare, and it immediately makes Kenny a serious threat. The whole scene is packed with high-speed action, gorgeous animation, and just the right amount of tension. Kenny's calm, confident swagger mixed with his ruthless tactics make him unforgettable.
それは凶悪で残忍で傍若無人で人を人とも思わぬ奴がおりました。 おお、2年の阿部と1年坊の小川が勝負だ。
この小川がビビってる。違う、汗じゃねえ。頭の上で赤棒がおしっこしてやる。
Let's move on to Ogre's intro in Beelzebub. Known as the legendary rampaging demon Ogre, this dude isn't an ordinary guy at all. You can feel the air change the second he steps into school to square off against Abe. It's like everyone knows something insane is about to go down. He absolutely owns the scene with his presence and aura alone. But just when you think things can't get more outrageous, in comes baby Beelzebub. And as if the setup wasn't crazy enough, baby Beel decides to seal the deal. Oh yes, by showering Ogre with a literal stream of demon baby pee. Yeah, nothing like getting your epic intro completely derailed by a toddler with no sense of timing. Let's not forget that Ogre straight up punched Abe, aka the Killer Machine, right in the face without even breaking a sweat. Sure, Ogre was ticked off thanks to Baby Beel's antics, but come on, he can't exactly take it out on a baby, can he? Even if said baby is the future Demon King, Abe just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and, well, Ogre made sure he regretted it.
てめえがその凄腕ってなよ。
We have to talk about the moment when Jin and Mugen were first introduced to us in Samurai Champloo. Their intro starts off with a fight, literally. We already know that these two radiate main character energy as soon as they start swinging their swords at each other. At that point, we had no idea what each of their backstories were, but you can instantly tell that they're pretty evenly matched. What's even funnier, these two, who start off as bitter rivals, end up becoming each other's unshakable brothers by the end. Anyway, their fight speaks volumes without saying a word. Each swing of their swords tells you everything you need to know about their personalities and abilities. The unpredictability and intensity of the intro set up their epic journey perfectly, leaving viewers hooked from the very first moment. It's like you're immediately invested in these two, and they haven't even explained why they're mad at each other. Remember when Madara Uchiha broke the internet? When he shows up on the battlefield, he takes on the entire Shinobi Alliance by himself. That's right, thousands of ninjas, and Madara just casually mows them down with nothing but Daijutsu. If that wasn't enough, he summons a massive meteor. When two Kages barely manage to stop it, Madara, with a smirk, drops another one. The sheer audacity. Watching the five Kages go up against him and still get utterly wrecked is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. His calm demeanor and godlike power make him one of the most unforgettable villains in anime. Madara's debut didn't just change the game, it rewrote the rules entirely. If you weren't already a fan of Naruto, then this scene would hook you instantly.
Kaido 死に場所を求める男の名は百獣のカイドウ。
Last but not least, we have Kaido's debut in One Piece, which is nothing short of jaw-dropping. First off, Kaido is one of the 4 emperors of the sea, known as the strongest creature in the world. Yeah, that's a pretty big deal. His introduction comes when he attempts to take his own life, which already says a lot about this guy. He appears 10,000 meters above the sea on a sky island, and without hesitation jumps off. While he's falling, the narrator fills us in on how Kaido is practically immortal, with countless execution attempts having failed. Kaido crashes into an island with the force of a meteor, creating a massive crater in his shape, but he just gets up like it's no big deal with barely a scratch. This debut perfectly showcases Kaido's insane durability and size. His muscular, tattoo-covered body leaves even Eustace kids speechless. It's an earth-shattering intro that solidifies Kaido as one of the most invincible beings in the One Piece world. And that's about it. If you're looking for something more, take a look at this video right here, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.